Good morning. But we're not in Vietnam. So we have DOJ going in to investigate Brennan and Comey for Russiagate. We're going to talk about how that transpired. We're going to look at Mamdani and how the mask is falling off the Democratic Party, and they are indeed the socialist commies that we all knew them for. And commies are not people. No, they're not. And justice for memers. So let's look at these top 3 stories of the day, see why they're important to you, go into them. Trump DOJ puts Brennan and Comey under investigation for Russiagate. CIA Director John Ratcliffe made referrals for investigation and potential prosecution of the former top intelligence officials to the FBI Director Kash Patel. The Bureau has opened up criminal investigations into both Brennan and Comey, though the scope of those investigations is unclear, DOJ officials told Fox News. Former President Barack Obama ordered Brennan, Comey, and then Director of National Intelligence James Clapper to look into Russian attempts to meddle in the 2016 presidential election and what links, if any, those attempts may have had with the Trump campaign. Obama's intelligence trio cut corners, froze out most of the rest of the United States intelligence community from the assessment in the atypical fashion investigation, according to the memo. The after-action report identified multiple procedural anomalies such as highly compressed production timeline, stringent compartmentation, and excessive involvement of agencies' heads. Brennan took the lead on the assessment. He overrode the advice of senior officials at the CIA who recommended not including the unsubstantiated Steele Dossier in the final report. Despite these objections, Brennan showed a preference for narrative consistency over analytical soundness. The Ratcliffe Review states, when confronted with specific flaws in the dossier by 2 mission center leaders, one with extensive operational experience and the other with strong analytical background, he appeared more swayed by the dossier's general conformity with existing theories than by legitimate tradecraft concerns. After the review was completed, its findings motivated Ratcliffe to refer Brennan to the FBI for investigation of potential wrongdoing, according to Fox News. Okay, for those that are unaware regarding Russia hoax, where have you been? How did it get started is the more interesting question. Hillary Clinton hired former Russian spies, or current Russian spies, we're not exactly sure, but we know they were Russian spies, to fabricate this evidence against Trump, which then Obama took to the FISA court to then authorize wiretapping and investigation into the Trump campaign. This then followed Trump for 3 years of his presidency, which turned out to be totally bupkis. And it's what the press ran with because, again, Project Mockingbird or Operation Mockingbird, to point out Brennan specifically was headstrong in washing the Steele dossier and laundering it to make it seem legitimate. Everybody around him knew it was fake. Everybody who actually looked at it saw that was buck, and it was just made to fabricate information and go after Trump. And it was recommended by experienced CIA officials and intelligence operatives that this should not be run with. And if you even did a happenstance look into where it came from, as people later did, it was shown it was done by the Hillary Clinton campaign. And Obama has his fingerprints all over it. What a surprise. Mamdani surges to a 10-point lead in New York City mayoral race. Adams craters to 4th place, according to a poll. Man, remember the Zohan. A new poll shows Democratic nominee Zohan holding a commanding 10-point lead in New York City's mayoral race this week, with incumbent Mayor Eric Adams trailing in 4th place. The Slingshot Strategies poll conducted between July 2nd to 6th showed socialist Mamdani capturing 35% of registered voters, with former Governor Cuomo at 25%, Republican Silva at 14%, and incumbent Adams trailing at 11%. Other polls have found similar results, including pro-Adams poll that is still showing Mamdani leading with 41%, followed by Cuomo 26%, Adams at 16%, and Silva at 10%. Okay, few things on this that is very interesting, and it is to the point that Hakeem Jeffries is trying to dodge, and that is the mask is falling off the Democratic Party. Zohan, Mamdani, is the new face of the Democratic Party. This squad, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, these deranged leftist lunatics that are not Democrats, because again, Democrats are no longer the party that everybody once thought liberals adhere to. Democrats are now progressive socialists that want to burn down the current system. This goes to show Mamdani is going to be the catalyst, the fork in the road of the Democratic Party about whether they moderate and try to put the mask back on, or they're going to let the mask completely fall off and let the world see that they are indeed democratic socialists. Remember, with socialism, you can vote your way in, but you got to shoot your way out. Food for thought. I just find it sad that Cuomo, whose policies killed thousands, tens of thousands of elderly at nursing homes, his policies somehow don't have him under investigation, or that he is even polling at 26%. It just shows how little people know or care about what's going on in the world. Just pathetic. Justice for memers. All right. So a Trump supporter gets a case tossed after Biden DOJ was ready to imprison him for memes. Yes, indeed. Memeing got this man in trouble. Who did he meme against? Yeah, that was the real problem. The man behind a popular pro-Trump X account, was Twitter at the time, effectively had his conviction tossed on Wednesday after the Biden-era Department of Justice was ready to imprison him for memes that mocked Hillary Clinton voters during the 2016 presidential election. Yeah, I mean, you either put them in jail or you have them take a shotgun to the chest and hang themselves. Go look that up. Douglas Mackey, who was charged by the Biden DOJ some 4 years after posting the memes in question, was facing a stunning 10 years behind bars after the DOJ secured a conviction. Mackey was sentenced to 7 months behind bars in 2023, but sentence was delayed by an appeals court. Good appeals court. On Wednesday, a 3-judge panel on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit reversed Mackey's conviction and directed a lower court to enter a judgment of acquittal. The Second Court of Appeals has thrown out my conviction for lack of evidence. The case has been remanded to the district court with orders to immediately dismiss. Hallelujah. Indeed, this man deserves a medal. What people do not understand about this is he literally posted a meme making fun of Hillary Clinton voters and how dumb they are. Because again, a lot of people, like the ones that are polling for Cuomo and Mamdani, I mean, that's literally over 50% of the population of registered voters in New York, that are supporting either a socialist or a man who literally killed elderly people and locked a city down for no reason. But yet people are voting for him. This is why there really needs to be a litmus test for voting. Sorry, it's true. People are too dumb to accurately choose appropriate leadership to lead the country and make choices that affect their lives. A lot of people have been told that politics don't matter. Politics affect your everyday life. They determine how much your glass of milk costs, how much a gallon of gas costs, whether or not there are going to be wars throughout the world, whether or not you're going to have security, freedom, and peace, whether or not you're going to have a bunch of illegals invade your country. Politics do matter, and it does matter who our leaders are. People need to be paying way more attention for this. Case in point, this judge that convicted this man on memes was a radical appointed by the Obama administration. Because again, at this point, the judicial branch has been weaponized. KJ says what? Leave you there, man. Mouthy, signing off.